Hey everybody, this is probably my 5th time starting this video. I have published one on my YouTube channel, but I was not satisfied with how it turned out, so here I am, starting all over again. A little introduction: my name is Emily. I am a 38-year-old college student. Definitely not your traditional student by any means. I have been a licensed practical nurse in a rural hospital. I hate saying that word, rural, but I digress. I've been working as a licensed practical nurse for over 10 years in various settings, and it has finally come to time for me to go back to school to go for my registered nursing degree. This has not been an easy task for me. I have always struggled with multiple normal skills for people, like number one, being on time. Yeah, that's definitely not me. And maintaining organization, no, not my strong point. My family joked that they gave it 10 days before I misplaced my kid when I became a mother at 23. Thankfully, she has made it into high school and haven't lost her yet. And I'm going to give the recognition to God for that. So let me get on track. I'm what you may hear people call neurodivergent. And by that, I mean I have never been assessed for attention deficit hyperactive disorder, but I definitely meet the criteria for it. So nursing school requires you to be organized. It requires you to have strong time management skills. It requires you to have strong initiative, because you have project after project, assignment after assignment, and they have due dates. And there is usually no mercy with the due dates. You are an adult now. You are responsible for the lives of your clients, and you have to be disciplined in maintaining a lot of skills that people like myself may not be exactly great at. But the thing about us is that we do have a lot of a passion. We are creative. We are resourceful. We have the means to be amazing nurses. We pay attention to detail. We are actually very intelligent and can comprehend the anatomy and physiology of the human body with very intricate detail, and we just can't keep it organized. But we recognize that about ourselves, and that drives us to be even more detail-oriented when it comes to our patient safety. So if you are what is classified as neurodivergent, or suffer from, well, not exactly suffer, but are trying to learn how to cope in the nursing world with attention deficit hyperactive disorder, or any other issue that you may have, I strongly encourage you to keep trucking, okay? Keep on trying. Don't lose hope. You are going into a whole new family, and in this family, you have a lot of people like you. You can check out podcasts. You can check out YouTube videos. There are so many of us out there that are trying to reach out and help you, because we want you to do well. So today I'm going to start off with something that is new to me. May not be new to anybody else except for me, but I'm going to go ahead and just put it out there because I do love sharing things. I get excited about new ways to improve myself and to keep myself organized. And today I'm going to talk to you about an awesome app called Evernote. You may have seen it installed on your computers. You may have seen it online. But it's a little app that looks like an elephant, a green elephant as its icon. And this is a note-taking app. And a lot of companies use this app to maintain organization across various projects with different team members that can share their ideas, their input, and keep it all in one place. So I'm going to show you today how I use Evernote as my personal brain, and also to help me stay focused and organized in nursing school. And not only is it relieving me of a lot of mental burden, but it helps me with my physical burden. And I'll go into that in just a little bit and explain to you what I mean. I'm just going to go ahead and give a full disclosure. I'm not a YouTube professional. I am not a influencer by any means, and I'm not exactly the most well-spoken individual. And I tell you what, I really hate that you have to listen or have chosen to listen to my voice on recording, because I sound horrible. So my apologies. So let's go ahead and get started. I am using my Moto G5 Note, something or another, my phone. I'm using it to record this. I'm using the screen record feature, and actually I really do love it because I can share all kinds of things. So let me pull up my little handy dandy pen here. See, you can actually, I hit the wrong button, I'm sorry, but you can actually, when you get bored and need some stimulation, you can doodle with your pen. And I'm trying to figure out how to use it for this purpose. So you get to watch me make a donkey out of myself. So welcome to Evernote. This is what you get when you open it up. I don't know if you call it your dashboard, your home screen, whatever. But up here, it gives you a little brief synopsis, a shortcut, or whatever you want to go to a note that you already have started. Here, you can open it up, and you can start writing. Let's see. I want to be able to use my pen for this. I sing a lot of songs to help me get over, or to get through little brain farts, I guess we could say. And I'm probably not going to be considered very professional for using the word brain fart, but that's what it is around here. So I can use my pen. I can do handwriting. Hi. And it'll convert it to text if I really want to be fancy. Or I could switch back over and I can, just type something, lower that out, and it'll be, I can convert it to a note, or I can clear the scratch pad. So it was moved to the trash. Recently captured. Sometimes when I'm in class, I use the Windows snippet tool. And then I'll transfer images like from my textbook or from a website that I'm using as a resource and stuff. I can snip it and put it into my Evernotes to kind of link in with, to help me study. And I'll show you a little bit more about that in a minute too. You can show images like you'll see here, documents, if I've clipped some document, audios, emails, just different things. And let's go back. Recently captured. And you can customize your home. Now, this is going to be mostly a paid feature to be able to move stuff around. Honestly, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm cheap. I am cheap. If it's free, I'll use it. But if it costs me money, no, because I forget that it's coming out of my bank account. And guess what happens? Yeah, it's out of sight, it's out of mind. I'll forget it's coming through, and the next thing you know, I'm calling you to come help me get out of jail or for something for a bounce check. I'm just being real with you. So, next feature that I'm going to talk to you about. All right. I wish I could figure out how to put a little pointer on my pen here. I'm going to open up down there. Okay, let me go back here and show you. All right, so where I work, we call this a little hamburger button. You see these 3 lines down here at the bottom left? That is what I'm going to call the hamburger button, because you got your bun, meat, bun, okay? Don't think I'm retarded. That's probably politically incorrect to say that. I'm so sorry. But don't think I'm an idiot. Maybe that's more appropriate. But, If it helps for you to remember, or if it helps you describe something, use whatever. So here you've got your home, your shortcuts, your notes. I'm not going to read it to you because if you've gotten accepted into nursing school or any other college program, I'm assuming you have a ability to read at some point. So, notebooks. This is like my little satchel, my bag, my book bag. I carry my notebooks around in my bag, which weighs the size of my phone instead of 10 pounds, which is just one of my nursing books. And I have about 3 of them that are the same size. All right, so I've got here Module 4, which is where I started learning about how to use Evernote, which was the last module in October. And here it is, November. We're on module number 5, and this is my last test. Okay, so if I had known about this back in August, this would have been great, would have been awesome. So not only do I carry around my Module 4 or Module 5 notes, I have my daily planner, I have my prayer journal, because yes, folks, I need Jesus during nursing school and any other time. If that offends you, I'm sorry. ADHD study hacks. And let me just go ahead and show you what I've done. Now, I'm going to give a little shout out here to F.A. Davis, which is the publisher of our current textbooks that we are using in our program. You get a code with the book, and once you log in and register your books, you can use that code and you can get an ebook. So what I have done here, and I'm going to go back in eventually for this video. Please don't sue me if it hasn't been done yet. I promise I'm not taking credit for your illustrations, but I probably just forgot to go back and do it. But F.A. Davis, thank you so much for this product that comes with the books. They're great. So you can go in your F.A. Davis, you can read your ebooks. I use those during class, and what I do is I go and highlight and copy my main note, the main points that we go over during lecture. You can save them in your F.A. Davis account, or I copy and paste them into my Evernote, and then I go back and I change them into my own words. That way I can have a better understanding. And you remember I was talking about the Windows snippet tool, which is awesome. I learned about that, and when I was doing a work from home job as a chronic care manager, my coworkers taught me that. It was awesome. Loved it. So this is my Module 5 notebook, and this is going to be, I have a page for each section. Like I have a note for, that actually shouldn't be in there, but let me get you back out of here. Module 5, cardiovascular system. I always start out with the anatomy and physiology of the system that we're reviewing, so I can, refresh your course. I start off with what is normal, and then I go into the abnormal. You got cardiac output, which is going to be, it teaches you how the electrical impulses and your stroke volume, and all that stuff, You'll get there if you haven't, and if you are there, So I got all that. I also have used the F.A. Davis account. I went in and did the snippet with this tool, and I used the snippet tool to blur out the names of these different arteries, and I can go in and you look at it. I can use a piece of paper, and I can go label my piece of paper number 1. This is the such and such artery, and then I can go back and check my answers through my notes. The only drawback I have, Evernote, if you're listening, is that I wish that I had a way to be able to go in and put my notes in order. Like I want this right here to be my page 1, as if I'm opening up my notebook. I have my course map right there that has my dates, my assignments and stuff like that, my reading requirements, and then be able to put it in an organization like that. But maybe there is a way and I just don't know, or it could be a paid feature only. So I also have ADHD study hacks that I put in here. This is little notes I take to keep it, to have them right there if I need to recall something that I can't remember. Or if I want to keep a running list of things that I have been, I've heard the suggestion on a podcast, I've heard the suggestion on a YouTube video, I go in and put that ADHD hack in there, and if I try it, I can go back and make a note, hey, this works, or I can just wipe it out. No need in keeping stuff around if it doesn't work for me. To create a new notebook, you just hit new notebook. Okay, so this one is going to be my cleaning journal for the house. I have to keep a prioritized list for things at the house. We're doing some remodeling here. My roommate is always gone, so I'm doing a lot of things. So I have to keep a list of what needs to be done and set deadlines and stuff like that. So you can put your home cleaning, we'll just type it out. House cleaning planner. So I can create the notebook. Okay, you can have everything available offline if you want it, if you want to pay for it. Not right now. So then I go in and I hit a new note. If I wanted to go in and take a photo of the room, of how it looked before, I can do that, and just patches it to a note. That's one of the ADHD cleaning hacks that I've heard. Take a photo of the room before, or a photo of the project before, and kind of keep a photo of after you've done so much work. That helps you maintain your motivation. Maybe I'll try that. If it works, I'll put the hack down in my little ADHD hack. So I'm just going to start a note, and I'll say living room. I don't know why that went there. Living room. So, why? It's not a roo. It's not a kangaroo. It's a living room, not a living roo, okay? So, I'm going to tell you something that is probably very weird. Like I said, full disclosure here. There's a motorcycle in my living room. I kid you not. There is a motorcycle in the living room. My roommate is a big Harley guy. But he's my best friend, even though he can be a butt sometimes. He knows that's one of my terms of endearment for him. He's got a Harley in the living room. Well, the next project when he gets back from off the road is going to be we're going to redo the carpet or redo the floors in the living room. I'm kind of excited about that. So, I've got a lot of prepping to do. I've got to strip up some stuff. I got to strip up, the floorboards or something, the running boards, whatever you call them. Anyhow, so I'm going to say, detach floorboards. And then, I can also put a bullet list, or I can make it a checklist. And once I get it done, guess what? Boom, it's scratched off. Isn't that easy to kind of keep up with? And then I just save it. I can open up another note, go back to my house cleaning planner. I can put new. I can put a note for the laundry room, or, because sometimes I have to have steps. I have to have a running list. I have to say, okay, do this, do this, do this. And I'm sorry, if you're not like me, you're just not going to get it, okay? If you know, you know. So, I have probably revealed a little too much about myself and how my brain works. But, like I said, it's full disclosure. I'm not ashamed. I know that I was created for a purpose. I know that there are others out there like myself and like a lot of the podcast personalities that I've listened to. There are so many because I listen to them. That's how I know I'm not alone. And I've listened to them and I'm like, hey, my brain thinks like that too. So don't let anybody try to make you feel like you're less because you work differently. Your brain works differently. You organize differently. Do not let anybody make you feel like this isn't for you. This is for you. If you're called into nursing, if you're called into it's more than a career. It's a calling. It is a calling, a ministry, in my opinion, and in my beliefs. It is a ministry. I may be receiving a paycheck for it, but there's a lot of things that you do in nursing that you are not being reimbursed for. There's a lot of things. My job description does not require me to get on my hands and knees and scrub a patient's feet, or to sit with them, to hold them while they cry, to sit and laugh with them. That's not in my job description. My job description is to go in, assess the patient, to be able to decipher between normal and abnormal, report the abnormal to the physician, and give the medications. Also, there's more to that, but you do have to have a lot of skills to know what is best for your patient. You have to know how to prioritize. There's a lot of things you're getting paid for, but let me tell you, when you got the heart for it, when you got the calling upon you, there is more to nursing than what you're getting paid for. And if you are going through nursing school right now, whether you have just graduated high school, whether you are 38 or 50-something, I'm going to tell you, I've seen 60-something-year-olds go through nursing school, and they are amazing nurses. When you're called to it, you're called to it. When you're in it to make a paycheck, we can tell, because you're not out here exposing yourself, being open and honest, and making yourself vulnerable to people by trying to help others. If that's you, if you have no desire to go beyond that paycheck, I pray that you will sit down and reflect upon yourself, and that you will you'll decide, maybe this isn't what I need to be doing. If I can't love humanity, if I can't love others beyond my paycheck, maybe it's not for me. You might have gotten straight A's in nursing school, but if it's not a calling, the ones of us that want to make a difference, we ask you to reconsider. If you've worked through COVID, a lot of people that have been called, that have the heart for it, have had to step away from it. Y'all, we have not seen the end of this. It's going to get worse. I'm not exactly talking about COVID, but there's going to be another pandemic. There's going to be something else. And if you don't have the heart for it, it's time to go ahead and prepare to step away now. But those of you who think differently, who have passion and compassion, don't give up. Reach out to us. We're here to help you, here to talk to you. I don't have all the answers. I am not the greatest nurse that ever graduated from a nursing program by any means, but I do have a heart to help you. And I think this is going to be a great outlet for me to be able to talk, to be able to share my story with others, even though I am long-winded and I have absolutely very little to share with you. I mean, an Evernote app. How long has it been out? 2009? And I'm just now figuring it out. Maybe YouTube is not the most appropriate platform for me, but hey, here we are, and this is where I'd like to start. If you have any recommendations or any other suggestions, leave a comment. If not, then if you want to be rude, if you want to bash or judge my first video, don't bother. Because you're not going to hurt my feelings. Y'all have a good day now. Bye-bye.